The quote came back at $187,000. They were thrilled. They told their family. They put a deposit down on the land. They started pinning floor plans. And then, 6 months later, when the build was actually done, they handed over $431,000. Same house, same shop, same square footage they planned from the beginning. So what happened to the other $244,000? That's exactly what this video is going to answer. Because here's what nobody in the barndominium space wants to admit. Most of the pricing you find online on Pinterest boards, on YouTube thumbnails, it is incomplete. Not wrong, exactly. Just strategically incomplete. And if you are sitting here right now planning a 2,400 square foot barndominium with a 1,200 square foot attached shop, you are about to make a decision that could easily run between $280,000 and $600,000, depending on choices that nobody is walking you through. Today, that changes. I am going to give you the 2026 cost truth, the real numbers, the traps, the hidden line items that swallow budgets whole. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what your build will cost, and more importantly, why. Stay with me. This is one of the most important videos you'll watch before you break ground. The shell lie, why everyone thinks it's cheaper than it is. Let's start with the single biggest source of confusion in the barndominium world, and it's something called the shell price. You go online, you search barndominium cost. You see numbers like $30 to $50 per square foot. You do the math. 2,400 square feet of living space plus 1,200 square feet of shop. That's 3,600 total square feet. Multiply by $40 a foot, and you're thinking, okay, $144,000. That's my build. Done. Stop right there. That $30 to $50 per square foot number, that is the shell. That is the steel frame, the metal skin on the outside, and the roof. That is it. That is not a home. That is a very expensive metal box. Here is what the shell price does not include, and I want you to write these down. Foundation, insulation, drywall, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, flooring, cabinetry, fixtures, windows and doors beyond the basic kit, site prep, permits, utility hookups. Here is a fact that should completely reshape how you think about this project. The shell, the thing everyone is quoting you, accounts for roughly 25% of your total finished cost. The other 75% is everything that turns that metal box into the home you actually want to live in. Two families can order the exact same 40 by 60 barndominium shell, and one ends up spending $180,000 total, while the other spends $430,000. Same shell, wildly different numbers. Because the finished decisions are where the real money lives. So if the shell is only 25% of your cost, what does the other 75% actually look like? I'm going to walk you through every single line item, and I'll keep a running total on screen as we go. So by the end of this next section, you'll know exactly where your $280,000 to $420,000 is going, dollar by dollar. Let's build the real number. The real 2026 cost breakdown for a 2,400 square foot home plus 1,200 square foot shop. Let's price your build. 2,400 square feet of finished living space. 1,200 square feet of functional shop. Total structure, 3,600 square feet. These figures are based on 2026 NAV construction cost averages, cross-referenced with real builder quotes from Texas, the Southeast, and the Midwest. This isn't guesswork. This is what people are actually paying right now. One important note before we get into the numbers. These costs are national averages, weighted toward the South and Midwest, where the vast majority of barndominiums are actually being built right now. If you're in California, New York, or the Pacific Northwest, add 30 to 40% to every number you're about to hear. Rural Oklahoma or Kansas, you might come in 10 to 15% under. Keep that in mind as we go through this. Now, line by line, the shell and structure, $72,000 to $126,000. The steel building kit for a 3,600 square foot build runs $20 to $35 per square foot for materials only. Assembly labor adds another $10 to $15 per square foot. You're looking at $30 to $50 per square foot for the finished shell. Budget right in the middle, roughly $99,000. The foundation, $21,600 to $50,400. A concrete slab foundation runs $6 to $14 per square foot. Here's the part that costs most people. Your 1,200 square foot shop needs a thicker, reinforced slab to handle heavy equipment. That specialty work adds $2 to $4 per additional square foot on the shop side. Budget, $35,000 for the full foundation, more if your site has challenging soil. Running total so far, $134,000. Insulation, $14,400 to $32,400. This is non-negotiable in a metal building. Standard fiberglass bats will run $1 to $2 per square foot, but in a shop environment, you need closed-cell spray foam, and that runs $1.50 to $5 per square foot of surface area. Budget, $23,000 for a well-insulated build on both the home and shop sides. Running total, $157,000. Electrical, $10,000 to $30,000. Your living space needs standard residential wiring. Your shop needs something different. To handle welders, compressors, lifts, and heavy-duty machinery, you're adding 220-volt outlets, a sub-panel, and higher amperage throughout. This upgrade alone can add $5,000 to $15,000 on top of your residential electrical cost. Budget, $20,000 minimum, more for a serious shop setup. Running total, $177,000. Here's the thing. HVAC alone can be the single line item that separates a $280,000 bill from a $340,000 build. I've seen people underestimate this one category by $22,000, not because they were careless, but because they didn't account for the shop side. Let me show you exactly why. HVAC, $6,000 to $20,000. Your living space needs full climate control. Your shop likely needs a separate ventilation system, especially if you're doing woodworking, welding, or painting. That specialized ventilation for the shop side adds $2,000 to $8,000 on top of your residential HVAC cost. And in climates with extreme heat or cold, Texas summers, Midwest winters, undersizing your HVAC is a mistake you'll pay for every single month in energy bills. Budget, $16,000. Don't cut corners here. Running total, $193,000. Plumbing, $7,000 to $15,000. This covers your kitchen, bathrooms, laundry connections, and a utility sink in the shop. Budget, $11,000 on average. Running total, $204,000. Interior finishes, living space only, $57,600 to $180,000. This is the wild card. Basic finishes, standard drywall, builder-grade flooring, basic cabinets and countertops. Run $40 to $75 per square foot on your 2,400 square feet of living space. Mid-range finishes pushed at the $75 to $150 per square foot. High-end finishes exceed $150 per square foot. Budget, $120,000 for mid-range on 2,400 square feet. Running total, $324,000. Shop Buildout, $15,000 to $40,000. The 1,200 square foot shop adds specialized costs beyond structure. Overhead doors run $1,000 to $5,000 each, and most functional shops need 2 or 3. Epoxy or sealed concrete flooring for the shop adds cost. LED shop lighting, wall outlets throughout, and any dust collection or airline hookups all add up. Budget, $28,000 for a complete functional shop. Running total, $352,000. Permits and plans, $1,500 to $8,000. Stock plans cost $1,200 to $2,000. Custom plans from an architect run $4,500 to $6,000. Building permits add $500 to $2,000, depending on your county. Budget, $5,000. Running total, $357,000. Site prep, $5,000 to $75,000. Here's where builds in rural areas get dangerous. Land clearing, grading, gravel roads, culverts, drainage work. These can all pile up fast. Budget: minimum $15,000 for a relatively flat, accessible lot. Running total: $372,000. Utility hookups: $8,000 to $50,000. This one catches people completely off guard. If your property is more than 200 feet from the nearest power pole, the utility company will charge $15 to $30 per linear foot to run the line. A standard septic system costs $8,000. But if your soil fails a drainage test, an engineered septic system can hit $25,000. Water well installation runs $5,000 to $15,000. Budget: $20,000 minimum in a rural area. The honest total: at the mid-range, your 2,400 square foot barndominium with a 1,200 square foot shop will cost between $280,000 and $420,000, with most realistic builds landing around $340,000 to $360,000 when all categories are accounted for. Now compare that to a traditional stick-built home of the same square footage, which typically costs $200 to $300 per square foot. And yes, the barndominium still wins, but only if you plan correctly. The 5 traps that destroy budgets. Now I want to talk about the 5 traps. These are the landmines that send good builds completely off the rails. I've seen them destroy budgets and relationships. Here they are. Trap 1, the allowance trap. Your contractor gives you a quote with a $5,000 flooring allowance. Sounds reasonable, but the flooring you actually want? $18,000. Allowances are placeholders, not real prices. Always demand actual line item pricing before you sign anything. Trap 2, the cheap land trap. You find a beautiful 5-acre lot for $40,000. The price seems unbelievable, and it is. You get out there and realize the nearest power pole is 600 feet away, that a $9,000 to $18,000 utility run right there. The land needs $30,000 in grading and drainage. Suddenly your cheap land costs you $90,000. Always verify that utilities are at the road before purchasing rural land. Trap 3, the financing trap. Barndominiums require a construction to permanent loan, not a standard mortgage. And because appraisers struggle to find comparable sales for metal frame homes, you can face an appraisal gap. You spend $380,000 building. The appraiser finds comps at $300,000, and the bank will only lend you $300,000. That $80,000 gap comes out of your pocket. Verify your local comparable sales data before you finalize your budget. Trap 4, the shell quote trap. We already covered this, but it bears repeating. If a builder or website gives you a number and you haven't confirmed whether it's shell only or turnkey, stop. These are not the same product. A shell quote and a move-in ready quote can differ by $200,000 on a build this size. Trap 5, the contingency trap. Most builders will tell you to keep a 10% contingency fund. In 2026, with material costs and labor shortages in certain regions, make it 15%. On a $350,000 build, that's $52,500. Keep it liquid. Keep it outside your loan, because change orders happen. Soil surprises happen. Steel price fluctuations happen. And when they do, you want to absorb them without stopping construction. How to actually save $20,000 to $40,000. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How to build smart and claw real money back. Saving strategy 1. Buy a stock plan, not a custom one. A custom architectural plan costs $4,500 to $6,000. A stock plan costs $1,200 to $2,000. For most builds, a stock plan that's close to your vision, plus a local drafter making minor tweaks, will save you $3,000 to $4,000 right at the start. Saving strategy 2. Source your kit locally. A barndominium kit from a manufacturer 1,500 miles away looks cheaper on paper. Add freight costs in 2026, and that savings disappears fast. Always look for a manufacturer within 500 miles of your build site. Freight on a steel building kit can run thousands of dollars. Saving strategy 3. Act as your own general contractor. A general contractor typically charges 10% to 20% of total project cost as their management fee. On a $350,000 build, that's $35,000 to $70,000. Straight profit for someone else. If you are organized, available, and willing to manage the subcontractors yourself, you can keep that money. But before you go this route, check your state's owner-builder laws first. In Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Tennessee, and most of the South and Midwest, you can legally act as your own GC and pull your own permits. But some states, Florida, New York, Washington among them, restrict this or require a licensed contractor to pull residential permits. A 5-minute Google search on your state's owner-builder regulations could save you from a failed inspection or a tear-down order. Do that search before you make a single call to a subcontractor. If your state allows it, this is the single biggest financial lever on a large build. Saving strategy 4. Phase your shop build-out. Build the shell the full 3,600 square feet now, but only finish the shop to a basic level. Concrete floor, power, lights, and upgrade the shop features over the next 2 to 3 years as your budget allows. This can defer $10,000 to $20,000 of immediate cost without compromising your living space at all. Saving strategy 5. Keep your finances frozen. This one is free, but critical. During the construction period, do not buy a new vehicle. Do not open new credit lines. Do not change jobs. Lenders re-verify your income and credit before converting your construction loan to a permanent mortgage. Any major financial shift during the build can cause that permanent loan to be denied, leaving you with construction debt and no home. Freeze everything until the keys are in your hand. Here's what I need you to leave this video knowing. A 2,400 square foot Barndominium with a 1,200 square foot shop is one of the best value builds available in 2026. Steel framing goes up faster. The open span structure gives you design freedom no traditional home can match. The shop gives you a workspace that most homeowners only dream about. And when built correctly, it will outperform a conventional home on durability, energy efficiency, and long-term value. But only if you go in with honest numbers. The real cost of your build, finished, functional, and livable, sits between $280,000 and $420,000 at mid-range. Budget properly. Account for the hidden categories. Keep your contingency strong. And do not fall for any quote that doesn't spell out what's included and what is not. Look, the family I mentioned at the start of this video, the one who handed over $244,000 more than they planned, they didn't make bad decisions. They just didn't have the right information going in. That's the only difference between a dream build and a financial nightmare. And that's the entire reason this channel exists. So you walk into that builder conversation armed, not ambushed. Go in with the real numbers. Build the thing you actually planned. You've earned it. If this video saved you from a six-figure mistake or helped you walk into a builder conversation smarter, drop a comment below and tell me where you're building. I read every single one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.